Hello guys, it's Half High Algamay with the reviews for Sleepy Hollows episodes 9, Sanctuary, and episodes 10, which is also the mid-season finale, titled The Golem. Alright, in episode 9, Sanctuary, Mills and Crane investigate the missing of Lena Gilbert, a wealthy granddaughter of a mining and oil magnate. Lena is missing while visiting her country house owned by her family. It turns out the house is owned by an old acquaintance of Crane, I hate trying to pronounce his name. LaChalan, who put a hex around the house as a protective spell. Crane especially takes an interest with the case because Lena circled the name Katrina C, which he assumes is as Katrina Crane, his wife. In the paper she left behind, Lena explains that Katrina was the last person who took sanctuary in the house a long time ago. The house is haunted, and as a result, Lena, Crane, and Mills are attacked on their way out from the trapped house by some sort of branch tree monster thingy. So Mills, while she's there, they're looking for the girl eventually. They find her. Mills, while in the house, she has a vision of Katrina giving birth to a baby boy while taking sanctuary in the house. And Crane finds out he has a son. And so when he safely gets Lena and Abby out the house, he go back in, and you can't kill the monster directly. So he had to kill it because it's like a tree, so it has like branches all around the house. So he's hitting the branches and the blood come out. So that's how he kills the monster. So finds out he has a kid, and he kind of wants to know what happens to the kid. So within episode 10, we find out what happens to his kid. So they're doing all this research to find what happens to his child. So Ichabod and Abby enlist the help of Henry Parrish to find out information about Ichabod's son. So Henry sends Ichabod to Purgatory to confront Katrina. Katrina tells him, I didn't, and tells him about the situation she was in. She was in fear for her life from her own coven, because at that time I think he was already dead, and so she was trying to undo the bond which Ichabod had. Ichabod, so she's trying to do it, and she gets stopped by her coven. So that's when she flees to the Lachans, Lachan, Lachans, them, and then she has a baby, and the woman who helps birth the child, brings the child into the world is Abby Mills' ancestor. So it's kind of like even before they were born, they families was already intertwined at some point in time in history. So Katrina tells them all this, and then like this creature that comes into the doors, because she's like in this church while they're in purgatory. So she tells them that you have to go now. You have to go. So when Ichabod returns, Abby, and Henry search to find this golem, which turns out it was summoned by their son named Jeremy. That's his name, Jeremy. Because Jeremy, given the fact that his father already died, and then he lost his mother because she was betrayed by her own coven. You gotta admit, this is kind of messed up. You get betrayed by your own coven. This is so messed up. And so he was in he was with these parents, these foster parents first, but he turns out that he had powers, just like his mama. And so it freaked the parents out. So they were like, "Oh snap!" So they give him So at that time frame, any sign of power obviously must have meant, oh my God, he must be possessed by Satan or some shit. So they sent him to like these, like, I guess you would say a foster home where it's like run by like pastors and nuns and stuff like that, like an orphanage. And so the pastor is supposed to be a man of God. He abusive. He was up here just whipping children. I'm like, if the child didn't do anything wrong, then why the hell is you whipping this child? Like, what is wrong with you? So, if the child is being abused by the pastor, supposed to be a man of God, being abused by this pastor, he ends up he has a dog that his mama left him the little doll she made. So as he bleeds, all his like pains and all the emotions that he has, it pretty much gets poured into this doll, which turns into a golem. He didn't give it life, so that's why it becomes golem, and it kills the pastor, and it pretty much protects him from anybody that kind of wants to cause him harm. So the only way they could defeat the golem is by, since it was created using Jeremy's blood, only Crane can destroy it with his blood, because they're father and son. So that's the only way he could destroy it. And so Ichabod pretty much tells to the golem that he's kind of sorry that he wasn't there, because Ichabod feels bad because he died. But you can't control that, and you're a soldier and stuff. You gotta be, and when your people call you a war, you can't really control that situation. You can't kind of control that your duties and stuff. But it does kind of suck that he missed out on Shaw's life. So he kills the golem with a dagger with his blood on it, and the golem turns back to a doll. And then later he ends up getting a message from Morlock saying that he will get Abby's soul, and Ichabod is the one who's going to give it to him. So I'm like, oh, that's kind of creepy and kind of terrible. So Ichabod tells Abby what Morlock told him, and she just had like this fear upon her face. But I'm like, oh snap. So that's both episode 9, Sanctuary, and episode 10, The Golem. The show will continue in January with episodes 11, 12, and 13, with episode 13 being the end of the season. And Sleepy Hollow is going to come back for a second season, so yay! Don't you love it when they mix Bible, supernatural, and history all together? Makes for a good show. So comment, rate, subscribe, and you guys have a wonderful holiday. Bye.